I chose a little violence every once in a while today on my social media. Like, I posted girl, I'll go down the YouTube rabbit hole. I'll be like, what? I will be unhinged by the time we start on fun and music. Like when I was trademarking it. Hi, I'm Lana Joy, and I would like to welcome you to the first episode of the Unhinged Podcast, where the truth is poured straight. The Unhinged Podcast came around because I was in a relationship where I was manipulated and controlled and abused. And so Unhinged came around because during that time, I used social media as a place to not feel alone. I was looking for anybody going through it. And so I hope that this becomes the place where women, when they're going through it, don't feel alone. I don't want anybody to be alone on their island. And I have a guest today, and I would like for her to come and introduce herself. And then we're going to talk some unhinged shit.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, everyone. My name is Cherie Tyler. I'm Fort Worth native. I met Lena not too long ago, and she asked me to be on the podcast, and I'm here to talk about some unhinged stuff.
She was much nicer than me.
She was like,
I'm like, we're going to talk about some unhinged shit. And she says, we're going to talk about some unhinged stuff.
Yeah, we got to gently
go
into it.
The one thing that you and I kind of talked about, because I had a crisis and you had to help me out, was identity.
Okay.
And how, like, in our relationship that we were in, we took on a whole nother identity that someone created for us. And now, since we're out of it, we don't know who we are anymore. And so how did your new identity come about? I guess, like, you know who you were when you got into the well, you don't know who that was now, but how did your new identity come to play?
I will say that I have a very strong personality, and I'm a Pisces. I love my sign, so I'm like, the fish, the emotional and all that.
Right.
But how do I want to answer this? Let me think about this.
Can I start out with a tough one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's good. I don't feel like, and I want to be careful because, like we talked about it, I'm still going through stuff with that. So I'm just trying to word it correctly.
Absolutely. We don't want to do anything to.
I think the fact that I started holding back is what I started doing. I don't think I completely lost myself in a sense. I think I just started to hold back. And
you became a softened version of yourself. Is that what you did? Like,
yes.
You became softened.
It was more of that than me completely losing my identity.
You kind of took the back seat. Like, you just became soft.
I did.
Yeah. I can understand that because I was a little outgoing when I got into mine, but mine, because I became a stay-at-home wife and mother to my stepdaughter, my whole identity became Mrs. Mrs. our mom of, and I completely lost my identity. And like you, I became very soft. It was everything that he did or said, I just automatically fell into line with that. And then it became an image. And that image it's tough.
Truly.
Because, like, when you look back at pictures, I've just now, like, deleted some pictures, but sometimes I would look at pictures and I go, like, God.
Yeah, I do that. I look in my phone.
And, like, that person, you're like, who? Do you ever go, who is that person?
I do.
What do you think when you say that, when you look at that?
Again, I wasn't myself. Even my mom told me that I wasn't myself. And my mom is a very, she's not opinionated. She's, to herself. So for her to openly say that to me really
shocked you, didn't it?
It did. And it just opened my eyes of what was going on.
So is that when the light bulb clicked? Holy shit, I wasn't myself in that relationship.
I think it clicked before it ended.
Oh, it did?
Oh, for sure. Like I said, I'm just,
yeah, you're
careful about
we're careful too, because everything's still pretty fresh.
Yeah.
I've been out for a while, so I'm kind of like.
Exactly. Mine was like, summer, early fall or whatnot.
Yeah. And that's fresh. I mean, that's a fresh wound. And that's what it is. It's a wound.
It is. So I'm just.
And I don't want to pour any salt in it. So let me know if I'm overdoing dumping salt in your wound.
I will.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, I had a couple of people tell me that though, I felt very isolated. things that I used to like to do, like photo shoots, and I even started a podcast.
Yeah.
And I did one episode. I stopped. I stopped doing photo shoots. I just stopped doing the things that I like to do.
And was that because of words that he was telling you, or did you just, yeah, it comes from words. And I get that.
It was words, and it was also, he just didn't care for me doing stuff like that.
He didn't support you.
No.
He didn't cheer you on. He wasn't your cheerleader.
He said he did, but it was always going to be some, I felt as a backlash, or, him not trusting me, that type of thing. So it just made it very awkward. So just to keep the peace, I just.
Girl, and that's what it turns into, right? It turns into a keep the peace. And to keep the peace, we become very soft. Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and start the shit.
Wait a minute. Let me.
You better take a drink. We're going to start we're going to use a word right here, and we're going to get everybody all. We're going to get everybody all upset. Here's the word we're going to use. We become very submissive.
Yes.
Very submissive. Mm-hmm. And as you become that submissive person, it's hard to find yourself again.
Very.
All the decisions were made by him. Mm-hmm. And so we become submissive. And then when we come out to the real world, because you and I both, I'm going to go ahead and write us out right here. So I'm going to go ahead and write us out.
Go ahead.
We were both very affluent lifestyles. Mm-hmm. We were in very affluent neighborhoods. We were living in nice homes, materialistically wise. Everything was good. So when I'm saying we come back to real life, I'm saying we come from our bubble. We come over here to the real world. It's a struggle.
It's different, but as I said before, and I'm not trying to knock, I will be on the pole. I will I'll live in a shack before I live that life of someone dictating to me, or I can't be myself, or like for real. Like I will work 5 jobs. Like seriously, I will not accept that.
And I had a funny conversation with a friend today because we were talking about like when women are dating and like what they're looking for and what they want. And I'm like, I can tell you this much. I said, I don't ever want to date a rich man again because that went downhill. And I think if I did, my expectations would be so high because of the lifestyle that I live. It would never work.
You don't think so?
No, because I think now how long were you in yours?
About a year and a half.
In that relationship?
About a year
and a half. I lived that life for 14 years.
Yeah, almost.
So my expectations, they're pretty damn high.
Oh, for sure.
Because when I think of that's what I expect. So, but we both were affluent. So people are going to go and y'all are complaining. Yeah, we're complaining. We will never go back to something like that again. And I'm like you, I would never no, absolutely. Mm-mm. People don't realize they look at all the materialistic things that you and I had, our homes, the furniture, the cars, the jewelry, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And they don't realize that all that stuff came at a price. We paid a price for all of that. And on top of that, everything that we were given was used as a weapon in some form or fashion. You didn't deserve that. What did you do for me that made you deserve, and like when I say weapon, would you agree? It was like words.
Yeah, I would agree.
They would twist it and make it words against us. So let me ask you. So basically, you and I both were sold a fairy tale lie.
I feel though as I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I was too. Yeah. It was because as we were getting into it was always, I got you.
I heard that a lot.
I got you.
I heard that a lot.
I got you. And we believed it.
I did.
And so when did you realize, when did you see your first sign of manipulation where it clicked with you that, oh, this isn't what I signed up for? Can you answer that, or am I pushing the line there?
No, you're good. My brother's wedding. Brother's wedding.
And was it someone else that pointed it out to you, or was it something that was done?
We got into a very heated argument, if you will, and I broke it off or whatnot, and then we talked about it, and I was like, well, let's just start over. But hindsight is 2020, and now that I'm on this side, I think that we should have just went our separate ways then. And I think, yeah.
Let me ask you this. So now, since you're on this, because I know this is true for me, so I want to see if it's true for you. Ready? You better take a drink.
I need to go.
You better go ahead and take another drink. Do you have Derek come bring you a shot real quick?
Derek, what's in this drink?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't believe that. So now, since you're on this side, can you look back at the timeline of your relationship and put all the pieces of the puzzle together on what the manipulation was and how it happened? Can you make all the lies and the manipulation fit together? Does that make sense, or am I not asking that right?
No, I think so.
Okay.
Like it's because it's kind of like a puzzle.
Yeah, it is a
kind
puzzle.
Of flows. Yes, I mean it's a puzzle, but it's also a maze. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's highs and lows, and you think you're with your person, and you really feel like this is your person.
It is.
I know that's how I felt.
Absolutely, that was my person.
And to things not to work out, man, that was devastating.
I absolutely. Like I can't read it.
Ask her to tell her story. Who is that? Who wants to know?
So tell us your story. I want to hear your story.
My story?
Your story.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to start off because
I know we have to be careful.
I have to be careful.
And I know that I don't want to trigger you in any way, because that's tough.
You. All I'm going to give just a brief story. I dated someone. I ended up moving in with him, and it didn't work out. And so, that's all I can really say right now.
Yeah, I understand, because I mean, there's things that we don't want to compromise
exactly
at all. And
it was
So let me ask you this: when it came to which you and I touched, we were very different, because like I was solely dependent on this, like solely dependent, and you were not, correct?
No.
You still had some things going for you.
Yeah, I never stopped working. I'm a hairdresser.
So
did hair.
Y'all hit her up.
Glamorous Hair Salon.
There we go. Yeah, we can go ahead and throw that out there.
But I cut back, and he even suggested that I could cut back and not work so much. And
because he had you, right? I got you, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started telling my clients, hey, I'm just working this many days, and that type of thing. And
so when it came time for you to get out, you had your own money, and like you had things that, or did he have control of your money when it came time to get out?
He didn't have control. I could not sit here and say he did not contribute or help me along, our relationship and things of that. But as far as me moving, he told me that was pretty much up to me, and it was my decision, and I was responsible for all the move out
expenses and everything.
Yes, so I had to pay for all that.
So let me ask, you and I talked about this, the cell phone. Like we made the mistake of the cell phone went on to his plan, and so when it came time to settle that. It was a war. Was it a war? Was he able? But did he just go, okay?
I think by then, he accepted it, and so he didn't give me a big fight on that. He just transitioned,
I'm going to tell you, I love the fact that you think he accepted it, because I don't think on my side. I mean, I just don't think he just went on and did his thing. But I will tell you where you and I were different. I had no access to funds. I'd been a stay-at-home mom for 14 years. I gave up my career to raise my stepdaughter, and I would do. I want y'all to know I'm not complaining. I would do that a million times over again. And so when it came time, when he literally decided you can't be my wife anymore. I mean, there was no resources.
You had no means.
The cars were in his name. The house was in his name. I mean, everything was tied to him because I got you, babe. And I literally gave up everything.
I think I'm too much of a type A control freak for that
to give up everything.
cut just everything. Like I still gotta, you know what I mean? My grandmother, she always told me, Cherie, no matter what your situation is, you always, put up for you.
Girl, at least you listen because I got told that too. And look at the shit I got myself into. So at least you listen to your grandmother.
I do. I think about that.
So I'm thankful you kept that little part of that job.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm going to tell you, when you don't have that, it's difficult. It is difficult to get it. Girl, people go, you didn't have an attorney when you divorced him? Tell me how I was supposed to have an attorney. Attorneys cost money.
They do.
How am I supposed to have an attorney? I mean, like, I almost laugh about it now because I kind of go, people are stupid and I was stupid for it. But I mean, like, people don't understand. And I'm sure you get asked this as much as I do. People go, you seem smart. You seem like you've got a good head on your shoulders. How did you get yourself in that situation? Do you get asked that?
I ask myself that, to be honest with you. Sometimes I sit back and like, Cherie, what did you miss? Like, where did you know what I mean? And sometimes I beat up on myself about it, But at the same time, I have to give myself grace.
You do.
And just know that, you give people the benefit of the doubt. And I don't want to sit here like I'm perfect Patty. We all got flaws and whatever. But at the same time, I put out there like my good, my bad. Like he knew everything about me, good, bad, and indifferent. So, you know what I mean? I didn't hide who I was or
did he ever
misrepresent myself, I should say.
And so for the listeners, if y'all have any questions or comments, feel free to tuck those in and we'll address those. I mean, very easily. So let me ask you this, the past. So you were open. You said, here's my deal. Did he ever use your past as a weapon against you?
He did.
And so now are you kind of like, I was vulnerable. I overshared.
And I think that's why now here I've done 2 other podcasts in the last week and a half. And I know they're like, oh, she doesn't talk. She's kind of quiet, And I'm just like.
Girl, it's because you don't want to overshare.
I don't want to overshare.
I get it. But I do.
And even now, like, again, maybe I'm just wired differently. Like, I don't hate him. I still don't want nothing bad to happen to him. I still wish him the best. Things didn't work out. I know. I'm so like,
girl.
Like, literally.
Okay, you and I are on.
Like,
okay, we're on 2 different planets, right?
I don't feel like I'm an evil person. I don't know. Like, I'm like, things didn't work out. Like, you go enjoy your life. I'm gonna go and enjoy my life. Like I don't have any ill will because that's just not my heart. So.
Okay. Yeah. And this is a topic that's been going around lately. So your story with your ex, and I know that everything is still fresh. So you're probably not even like out there in the day, like you're not even probably thinking about that at the moment. But if you meet someone, are you going to share your whole story with them?
No.
Do you think that's fair to them?
I think I'm not going to say I'm not going to ever share it, but I don't think that just out the gate, I'm going to just share my whole, because look what it got me.
Okay, but I get that too because I'm there.
Okay.
But then my deal is if I don't share my story and that person does something that causes a trigger for me where I respond really badly, and let's say we've been dating for like 9 months.
Okay, at that time, yes.
Yeah, and then I lose my shit.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be like, dude, what? And I'm going to be like, look, I feel like somewhere you have to like just put it out there.
You do. And even dating him, the guy that I dated before him, there were some things. And then he would tell me things like, you're taking it out on me. Yeah. Things that you wanted to.
You brought your trauma from your past relationships and from your childhood or from your blah, blah, blah. a friend of mine calls that my shortcut. You're blah, blah, blah
Yes.
into our relationship.
Yes.
How is that fair to me? That's the story I got.
Mm-hmm. You would tell me that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the whole thing with the dating scene and figuring out like, well, what do you do with it? Like, what do you do
Girl,
with that?
I'm 47 years old.
You're just a kid.
I'm just
like, I'll throw my age out there. I am a messy 59-year-old single stepmom. There's where I'm at. And so I did you better take another drink. You better go ahead and take another drink.
I'm gonna be tipsy before the show's over.
That's all right. Look, it's about being unhinged, right?
It is. Okay.
So I did a social experiment here not too long ago.
Okay.
So at Certified Unhinged, it tells the story of me and my it tells everything in the about us, and my socials are attached to the bottom. And I've kind of hit that point where, Derek, am I going to get banned if I say the F word?
No.
Okay. I'm to the point where I have zero fucks. And so I did a social experiment, and like people had talked to me. And so I'd go, look, if you think you want to get to know me, I'm like, go to my website, read through everything, look at my socials. And if you think you want to get to know me, I'm like, send me you can reach me through our contact. You can reach me
your bio
through our contact us page, right? Crickets. Crickets. So it's kind of like they want to know, but then when you put it out there on the table, they don't want to know.
That's when you have to, I feel, use your discernment or your intuition, and know what to share and what not. And
so let me throw another theory at you that a friend threw at me.
Okay.
So we were talking, this is my big debate right now. Do you share your past? Because see, my past was weaponized. My past was rewrote to a narrative that I got where I believed it. And that narrative was used as, this is why you can't be my wife anymore. So see, I have like some problems. But a friend of mine said, look, if you're just looking for like a short term or a hookup or a friends with benefits situation, she goes, you don't have to share shit. She goes, because who cares if it breaks, do you care? Because you went out there looking for this short term friends with benefit hookup.
So who cares anyway?
Who cares anyway? She goes, but now if you're looking for something, if you're dating with intention, purpose, all six things,
purpose.
Then you need to share it. But yeah,
I think so. I think if you're really serious about settling down and truly, being, of course, I think you should. But I think you need to use discernment.
Derek, I think that's a whole podcast on its own.
I believe so too.
I do, because that's a whole new, because you and I are going to be we're going to be scared to do that a little bit because it was used against us.
Exactly.
And still in my brain, I hear you're bringing your trauma and taking it out on me is constantly in my head from 14 years. And I'm like, I don't want to do that to someone.
So you don't think you can deprogram yourself to not do that?
Well, therapy and I are working on that.
Okay.
But in the words of my therapist, I am the worst case of psychological warfare she has ever seen in her career.
Why is that?
Because he literally, my stepdaughter uses the word brainwashed. He rewrote my past. Like when you're told something so many times, right?
True, especially you had a 14
I had
year.
14 years.
I had a year and a half, like maybe close to 2. So mine was shorter.
Think if you would have heard all the things that he told you for 4. And now let me back up a little bit. The first 7, probably the first 7 years of our marriage, when my stepdaughter was, I call her my daughter, and that's going to start a whole nother thing. People are going to be like, oh, she's your stepdaughter. No, she mine. We had, it was a good life. We had great fun. We were great. And then all of a sudden at year 7 is where I can see that the manipulation and the change and everything started to change. And in my brain, I look at it as a control thing. All of a sudden she was a teenager. So he couldn't control her as much as he couldn't control the narrative as much as when she was little. And everything started changing because that's about the time when he started talking about I wasn't a submissive wife. I wasn't submissive enough. I was too loud. I was too,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the next 7 years.
That's when they started to, because you know how they say there's the love bombing and the this and the that and the different.
Oh. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it out there. The Unhinged Podcast is looking for some sponsors, and y'all don't have to be unhinged to come sponsor us, but we would love for y'all to sponsor the show. Anybody that's interested, and we are going to. It looks like take a short break.
Yay.
Hi, it's Justina here, better known as Breakthrough with Jay, and I have something that I created that I really truly feel is going to help so many people.
Anxiety doesn't have to run your life anymore. Inside this journal, you won't just find prompts. You'll find clarity, tools to help you breathe again, a space to understand your thoughts, not fear them, reflections from someone who's been there and made it out stronger. It's not just about managing anxiety. It's about finding you again. Ready to take your peace back? The 60-Day Anxiety Guidance Journal is now available.
Am I the only one that didn't know how transformative sound can be? Why are there not more people talking about how crucial audio quality is for any space? I remember the day I walked into a church, filled with hope and expectation, only to be met with echoes and muffled sounds. The pastor's voice struggled to reach the back rows and the congregation was lost in a sea of confusion. That's when it hit me. Sound is the soul of any gathering place. Every club, school, and hotel deserves clarity and connection. Yet so many buildings suffer from poor audio-visual integration. With DS Sounds, we ensure high-quality equipment is installed seamlessly before the walls even go up. We save you time and money so you can focus on what truly matters, creating a space where voices are heard and spirits are lifted. Let's transform your venue into a masterpiece of sound together. Because when sound is right, everything else falls into place.
It didn't really happen if I didn't get it. Here we go, man. What you got to say? We hear from our boy E, man.
Yo, man, I got slapped in the face with the barber. Yava, man. Then the shoot, man, was off the chain, bro. All this dope, man. Cherie, man, the one and only. And D.
Yeah.
D was involved as well, man.
Yeah, nah, man, I'm just part of. Oh yeah, I'm just sure, man. I'm just part of the process,
She did her
man.
thing,
Yeah.
man. I mean, I knew when she showed up with her fit, I was like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah. So y'all already know, 2026, man. Y'all already know to look out for them. We ain't gotta say nothing. Yeah, we coming. Here we go. 2026.
Am I the only one that didn't know how transformative sound can be? Why are there not more people talking about how crucial audio quality is for any space? I remember the day I walked into a church, filled with hope and expectation, only to be met with echoes and muffled sounds. The pastor's voice struggled to reach the back rows and the congregation was lost in a sea of confusion. That's when it hit me. Sound is the soul of any gathering place. Every club, school, and hotel deserves clarity and connection. Yet so many buildings suffer from poor audio-visual integration. With DS Sounds, we ensure high-quality equipment is installed seamlessly before the walls even go up. We save you time and money so you can focus on what truly matters, creating a space where voices are heard and spirits are lifted. Let's transform your venue into a masterpiece of sound together. Because when sound is right, everything else falls into place.
Okay, so welcome back. And once again, I would like to tell our listeners if they have any questions, comments, feel free to type those in. And once again, the Unhinged Podcast is looking for sponsors. And so we would love for someone to come around and sponsor us, and we'll give y'all a shout out at all the podcasts. All right, so look, okay, so here's my deal. I'm going to go ahead and claim it right here. Trauma brain. I have already forgotten what the hell we were talking about before I went to break. Do you remember? We were two trauma brains sitting right here. Girl, we were wrapping it out, and then Derek came along and like screwed everything up.
Where did you put it?
What were we talking about? I don't know. So we'll find a new topic.
I mean,
how psychological warfare, how he rewrote.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know who I was before Mrs. That's the only identity I can remember.
Okay.
And like a lot of my past is like, as I will tell you this, he rewrote my history to the point where I thought I had really screwed somebody over like majorly in my past.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out to that person,
Mm-hmm.
apologizing to that person.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I don't know. I'm really, man, I kind of fucked you over. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me an email back and was like, that is not even the way that went down.
Oh, damn.
You were not selfish. You were caring. You were thinking about, I was like, and that's when I realized, man, he rewrote that whole narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Or like my mom would be like, hey, do you remember when we blah, blah? Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that happened, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then recently,
Mm-hmm.
this will blow your mind. Recently, I have a best friend from 40 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and her and I, we've kind of floated in and out of each other's
Sure,
lives.
it happens.
But when I became the missus,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how it happened, but I got completely cut off from her. And she asked me, she's like, what happened? And I'm like, dude, I don't even remember the last time I saw you or when you were at my house or anything. And so I went and saw her and told her what had happened over the 14 years. And she called me the next day and she made a profound statement to me. She goes, I don't know this version of you.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, it's really hard for me because the person I know, she goes, would have never got hung up in that situation. And the person sitting on my couch is the total opposite of the girl that I knew. And I said, well, I can tell you this. I said, I don't know that girl.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're grieving,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that girl, I'm grieving her too, because I don't know her.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't know this I mean, she gonna love me no matter what.
Sure.
You know, but but that was profound for me.
Well, it was like a light bulb.
Yeah, it was kind of like, whoa, I am really. And so she shares stories with me. She's like, so most of the day was like, she was like, do you remember doing this? And I was like, I didn't do that. I was like, that wasn't me. She's like, it damn sure was you. I'm like, no, I didn't do that.
Did she pull out a picture?
Girl, yes, she did. As a matter of fact, she sent a picture of us from like 40 years ago to my phone.
Those.
But it's correct. But, and I'm sure you, like some of your clients are probably kind of seeing you change now since you're at, like, did you never change with your clients?
I guess so. Again, like my mom,
She's the one.
I think that really just, because my mom, like I said, she's just such a meek, sweet soul. And for her to outwardly say that, it just really, the light bulb went off. But now I just bask in the glory of my singleness, and I love my space and my house, and I'm just enjoying life.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and admit, right? Girl, I don't have my own space. I have moved back in with my 83-year-old mom.
My mom lives with me
in her house, so I'm basically living like in two.
I got you.
You know, it's her house, so I'm living like in two rooms, and that's a whole new. I mean, that could be a whole totally different. That's a whole nother show right there. Like we need a whole new podcast
about living with your mom.
About living with your mom at 59, because I love her and I am grateful that I had a place to go, because without her, I look at it and I go, where would I have gone?
For sure.
But is it an experience? Girl, it's an experience.
It is.
So tell me about, because now our healing process for you and I is going to be on about the same.
Okay.
So let me give you the timeline real quick so you understand. In 22, he said, you can't be my wife anymore. Okay. My stepdaughter wasn't 18. So in 23, he divorced me. I continued to live in the home with him because we were putting on the masquerade because, she had to graduate. In October of 23, I left. I'm one of the statistics. I left and went back. I left for 4 days. Y'all should be proud. 4 days I left. But I was like, my stepdaughters, what kind of woman am I if I leave her over there without me? That's not right. So I went back and I stayed until February of 25 living in his home until he moved me to my mother's.
Yours is kind of recent too.
Yeah, because my stepdaughter was getting married. So my whole deal was I was trying to stick it out until she got married. And then I was going to kind of be like, okay, I'll go out here and fly by the seat of my pants. So I did not start therapy
Mm-hmm.
until March of this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So our healing process is kind of on the same timeline.
Mm-hmm.
What does the healing process look like for you?
I am still definitely on my healing journey. I've been in counseling. I started maybe in my 20s because of just how I grew up in my childhood and different things. And then I don't know if you know, I lost my oldest son.
No, I didn't know
in
that.
2021 to overdose. So I have a grief counselor that I see for that. And so I'm just always working on myself and, just trying to be the best version of myself. That's really important to me.
So do you see it there? Like, are you going to therapy regularly or do you?
Absolutely. Yeah. My grief counselor once a month. My other counselor, her name is Catherine O'Connor. She's amazing. I go to her kind of on an as needed basis, but I would say I probably see Catherine, if not monthly, every other month, or
Like, she can give her counselor a shout out. I don't even know my counselor's last name.
Are you serious?
I can tell you her name is Jessica and she works at same time next week in Fort Worth. So it was really good. So Jessica, here's your shout out, but I can't tell you her last name.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
I can tell you that I see her regularly.
Yeah. I look.
And every time I walk in there, it's like, she's like, really?
But as far as the healing journey, I think that I'm definitely on the other side, the good side. I think I'm making progress, strides. Do I have my triggers? Do I have days where I really just about a week ago, I had dinner at a restaurant not too far from where I used to live.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there eating my food and, I was just thinking like, damn, what I thought my life was going to be.
It is fairy tale lie.
And where it is now. And, it is a little.
It's wrenching, like it's gut wrenching.
It is. But at the same time, I love the life that I've created for myself. And I'm proud of myself.
You should be.
And I'm glad that I'm no longer, in that situation. And
so let me ask you that. Do you think you were trauma bonded to him? Do you think you had a trauma, or were you not in it long enough to trauma bond with him?
Trauma bond? I don't think so.
Oh, girl, I was 100%. I was addicted to the ups and the downs and the ups.
But then I don't know
because I mean, like, I was addicted to him. Like, I thought I would crumble without him in my life, and instead, look at me. I'm sitting here on the Unhinged Podcast.
I definitely didn't feel like that.
Yeah, like
no, I didn't feel
because it was kind of like he would give me everything, and then he'd pull everything away, and then he'd give me so it was a constant like up down. But here's the way I look at the healing journey. You and I were probably going to agree and disagree right here. I think the healing journey in its own sense is a trauma bond.
Do you?
I do. Because you have your really good days where you're like, man, I'm healing. I am kicking some ass. I am going. And then like 2 days later, you're at the bottom like, this isn't where I was supposed to be in my life. And then something happens and you feel good and you're up. And then you go back down. I think it's its own trauma bond in its own sense.
In a sense. But I think that I've grown in such a place to where once that everything kind of reached this peak, I cut it off. The last 2 months, I kind of wavered in my decision because I had to think about, my son. I had to think about my mom, my work. There were so many other factors besides me.
Yes.
So I had to base my decision off of that. So I just decided once I'm truly made up in my mind, I'm cutting it off.
You just cut it off. It's gone.
Tunnel vision. Like it was tunnel vision.
And I get that. So let me ask you this. Have you forgiven him? Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it?
I know. Look.
You better get here. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. To forgiveness, if you got any.
I know. Have I forgiven him?
Yeah.
I don't. No, not completely. No, I think I would be telling not the truth. But
do you think you will forgive
for
him?
sure? I absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so to my listeners, she's a better person than me. Nope. I don't see any forgiveness anywhere coming close in my eyesight. Forgiveness is way too far, and I accept it.
Right.
I 100% accept. He planned it. He did it on purpose.
Right.
It was done with purpose. Mm-hmm. It was done with intention.
Mm-hmm.
I accept that I allowed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But see, my brain goes to forgive somebody. I kind of have to understand why they did what they did. I have to understand what pushed them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I am almost 60 years old. I don't think there's a lifetime of me being able to figure out why he did what he did. Mm-hmm. Now on my deathbed, because, I don't want to go somewhere else. Maybe I'll forget. But right now, no. I don't think because I can't. I still have days where I wake up and go, how the hell can a human being do what was done to me and just go on with their life like it?
Because that's their normal. That's their normal.
But girl, it's not my normal.
Oh, I mean, to a person that is not,
like,
call them a narcissist, but or with, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, they kind of fall into a whole. See, that's a word. I don't like that word. I know it exists, but I don't like that word.
There are some people that wake up every day that with the intention of hurting people, or they, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean,
some,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you say bullshit. I don't like the word narcissist.
Okay.
Number one, because it was used against me.
Okay.
I was the narcissist, and I was the gaslighter, and I was the manipulator, and his daughter was the gas. It was just.
So he was projecting.
Absolutely. But like when you get on social media, all right,
that's all you see.
You younger generation, I'm fixing to bust y'all's ass right here. And you got these little girls out there going, oh, well, I got over my trauma bond in 2 weeks. And no, you don't. That wasn't a trauma bond. That man probably held you accountable and you got pissed and you got on the internet and called him I mean, like, it's overused.
It is.
It is way overused. And so I choose to use the word manipulator.
Yeah.
I will say that the person in my life, I call him the self-proclaimed master manipulator because those are his words, not my words. So that's how I refer to him. And it's just, I can't wrap my head around how did someone do that? Like, it was 14 years. Like, self-proclaimed master manipulator, I'm going to give you credit right here because you are an intelligent man.
Most of them are.
Because it took an intelligent man to keep all that shit straight and to be able to plan that far out. Yeah,
they're very charming.
Yeah, they are. They're charming, charming. And I hate it when a woman goes, well, if I would have been there, I would have done that. You don't know that.
It's easy to say until you walked in that person's shoes. You don't know what you would do.
Exactly. The woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Because I've said that and I've had to eat my words. I wouldn't put up with that, and I wouldn't.
You had to eat those words, didn't you?
I have.
Yeah, I know.
Until you're in it.
So ladies who are out there saying you would have, you don't know if you would have. So just quit telling us. It's kind of like with me. They go, oh, well, you should have had a better lawyer. Do they really think that I'm stupid enough that I don't know that I needed a lawyer?
Right.
How was I going to get one? How do I get a lawyer? My phone is being tracked. The credit cards he going to see the bill. How do over here at the divorce attorney. How do you explain that? They use the phone to track your location. What are you doing at the attorney's? Like, how you think I didn't? Do people really think that I'm that stupid that I didn't know?
They don't.
They come back and they go, "Oh, you need a better lawyer." Yeah, no shit. Thanks.
There was one question of
would you
date again? And
would you date again? Would you date again?
Yeah. I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love, and
me.
I love everything about love.
That's me.
I'm full of love, and so
yes,
I would, to answer that question.
And seeing you and I, we're different ages, so it's a little different. Like, I worry about it, yes, but Do I want to be alone for the rest of my life? I don't.
No.
But then, oh man, I'm really fixing to start some rage. I'm gonna go ahead and let me sit up and take it. Let me sit up and take a drink real quick before I go ahead and say this.
Another drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm 60. Well, I'm fixing to be 60.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My generation has not been really good at taking care of themselves.
Gotcha. I already know where you're about to go with that.
And I look around at people who are close to my.
They're younger.
Well, you know what's the rule that the men say you can do? What's the golden rule? Half your age plus 7. So 37 is like that's the bottom of the barrel for me. That's half my age, and because that's the rule men use. They say, well, it's okay if she's half my age plus 7.
Oh wow!
So I'm allowed to use that rule, right?
Hey, go for it. Whatever makes you happy.
I'm gonna tell you, I
So you would date a 37-year-old?
I think 40 is my cutoff. I think 40 is going to be my cutoff. But I can tell you that I have gone places with a man who was younger, and he was much more polite than any man my age.
Yeah.
I don't have to touch a doorknob. Look, if I went out with some man my age, he'd probably be in the house. I'd still be sitting my ass in the car. He'd probably leave me there until I die.
Right.
Because men who are my age, they're like, oh,
more set. Would you say they're more?
They're
settled?
more set in their ways, but they've also probably been through some shit like you and I.
Right.
And they're just like, fuck these women. They open their own car door, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh Lord.
Well, I mean, because it's true. Because they've got, I'll admit, family court screws everybody over. It screws women over, men over. Mm-hmm. So it seems like my generation has been more screwed over, and so they're a little more harsh and nasty.
Okay. Hey, I say go younger.
Well, I think if men can do it, why can't I do it?
Okay, here's the next one.
So how did you get out? We went way off track, didn't we?
I know.
Like Dirk had to reel us back in.
Look, is that for me?
That's for you.
Is it for me?
Yeah, it's for you because I'm interviewing you.
Okay, so how did I get out?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I definitely the last 2 months I wavered in my decision. And again, once I made up my mind, I just did it. And honestly, I'm gonna tell this story. I decided to move. And I had a realtor help me, and he showed me the house. I can't even, at the time, I just filled out the application that day because I was in such a, I gotta get the F out of here. Like, I just filled it out, and I'm like, I looked at it, but I didn't look at it.
Exactly. I get that.
And far as financial, I had funds, but not what I needed to do it in a comfortable way, right?
Right.
So I had an unexpected check come in the mail.
Girl, the universe, it works in strange ass ways.
When I tell you, God comes through for me.
Amazing, right?
Always. The day that before the movers were coming, because I had to use movers that he wanted.
Oh, because he had some control of that because you didn't have the finances. I see the control there. Yeah. I'm with you.
So I was so discombobulated. I forgot all about this money that was supposed to come. And so the day that I was moving, I was boxing. I was stressing because, again, I had funds, but I had other expense. When you move, it's expensive.
Well, hell yes, it is. Well,
people
it wasn't for me because I went back to mom.
First and last month, and
3 times your income
and movers and this and that, and
then you got to pay pet rent if you got any pets. It's ridiculous.
Well, he kept the dogs. Sorry
about that.
That's a whole nother story. But he kept my dogs. But that check came in the mail, and I was kind of mad because it was supposed to go into an investment account. And I felt like God is like, Cherie, like, this is your
right.
Like I almost want to cry right now.
You can. It's okay. This Unhinged. You can do whatever you need to
cry
do.
because
But I don't have any tissues.
God has always came through for me. Always, always, always. And that check came, and it was enough to move.
That's awesome.
To put money.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I do. I get it.
I have not skipped a beat.
I love that. So see, ladies, it really is possible. And sometimes you just got to rely on, sometimes you don't, you just have to kind of sit back and let shit happen.
And that's exactly like once I made that decision of this is what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything lined up from the house, me being approved to.
And you really look at it and you go, holy shit. That because I'll take with Unhinged.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked for him, even though he moved me to my mom's, I still worked for him. He fired me without telling me I was fired the week of my stepdaughter's wedding. So stay-at-home mom goes filling out applications and doing, I couldn't even get like dog walkers would be like, oh, I don't think you're I'm like, you don't even met. I got mad. Mm-hmm. I got mad one day, and like the noise at my mom's, the TV, like everything was just too much. Mm-hmm. And I got in my car and I ended up in the parking lot of a dive bar. No shit. No,
a dive bar?
Yeah, like a dive bar, like corner, like dive bar that no one really knows about, right? And I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, look at, I'm going in. There was nobody in there because it was like right after opening. It was like me and one other dude. And the bartender's like, what do you want? And I'm like, I need a double Grey Goose.
Of everything.
And a job. That's what I told her. I said, I need a double Grey Goose and a job. She's like, well, I can get you the goose. I can't get you the job. And that is when Unhinged clicked in my brain. And I literally sat there and sketched it out on I built this whole Unhinged in a bar with Grey Goose on cocktail napkins.
And
I've got a stack like this big.
Even though I truly feel like that's a God thing.
Yeah. Okay. So then it gets even better. So I go, because I got to think about my stepdaughter. She has 3 parents. So she has no relationship with her mom either or her father. So it's me. And I was thinking about legacy. I was like, she can't have 3 parents that fail her. So I was like, I got to build her a legacy. So I built her a legacy.
There you go.
And so I showed it to her, but then I was looking, I was like, I've got this brand, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, where do I take it? And I ended up at an event that the Sisterhood Foundation put on. They were like, I love what you're doing. Where's your team? I was like, team? I don't have a team. They're like, you want a team? I'm like, yeah, I want a team. And through that process, I ended up here. In about, I can tell you from start to finish, because I had ChatGPT and figured this out for me the other day. From start to finish, this has taken me less than 4 months from an idea on a cocktail napkin to sitting here with you today.
See?
And it lines up.
Always.
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 Always. That's
without
how.
A shadow of a doubt.
Without a doubt. And it just lines up.
Always.
But let me ask you this, because I feel like I was put in the relationship that I was put in for those 14 years for a reason. I know what the reason was, but I want to know, what do you feel like your reason was that the universe stuck you in that relationship for 1.5 years? Have you been able to figure that out yet? What the reason is?
I'm still working on it, but what I grasp as of right now is that I don't need anyone to save me, or I need to rely on God. I'm not perfect. I fall short. Hey, I have cocktails, but my faith has been strong.
Right.
Like my grandmother raised me in church.
He's not going to hold you responsible.
I know, right? Well, but no, seriously, like I need to rely on him and not a relationship or a man, or
I love that.
Like I need to rely on him and the gifts that he's given me.
I love that.
And let that guide me and not.
So I get that. And so he taught you that you can do this by yourself. You don't need, you don't have to rely on someone else to show you who you need to be.
No, I don't.
So my reason is I had to raise my stepdaughter. I came in her life at 6. She's been my stepdaughter. She's now 21. And unfortunately, I'll go ahead and say it. She got shit on in the parent department, in the biological parent department. And so I'm it. So don't ever underestimate a step parent, you guys, because we might come out the winner on some things. And so I am her mom. And that's not a title I bestowed on myself. She bestowed that on me. And I literally walked her down the aisle and gave her away at her wedding.
That's beautiful.
So that's why I was put in it. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, I would endure everything I went through to have that one moment with you.
There you go.
Again, and to have you as my daughter. So babe, I know you're on here somewhere, so love you. Because I know you're floating around out there somewhere. But I do believe that we get put in the situations we're put in for a reason. And I think once we figure out the reason, we're able to accept it a little better.
Oh, for sure.
Do we like it?
No.
No.
Was it fun? No.
But
No.
now I'll admit, I'm gonna go ahead and give him credit. I had some fun times. I had some great times.
Hey, same here.
You know, and I had some great things. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring them with me. But but yeah, like we were there for a reason. And so the one thing I hope from this podcast tonight is I hope it catches someone's attention and they don't feel like they're alone. Because I'm sure, like me, there were times when you really felt alone. Look at that comment. She said the asshole kept the dogs.
Yeah, my babies, Dash and Daisy. Be careful. Golden Doodles.
Oh, I'm sorry about the dogs. I am. I can tell you that the dog he kept in mind, dude, is giving him some karma. It's over there tearing shit up. He's out of control. But sometimes we have to give things up to get what we want.
You do.
And I think you're where you want to be. And I mean, you're not where you want to be, but I think you feel like you're in a much better place than you were.
I do. Like where I am right now in my life, honestly, in my career, in my personal life, my relationship with my kids, my grandkids, my mom, it's just a beautiful thing. Like literally, another little short story.
Good. Bring it on.
My mom doesn't drive.
Mine doesn't either, boy. That's a challenge. I can sympathize.
So normally on Saturdays, it's like, bring me a Whataburger or, something like that. So I went to Sam's and I got some gas. I'm like, I'll just go to Chipotle. So I went to Chipotle. And I go in and these people are standing around or whatnot. And the girl's like, hey, today's the day where you get a free bowl if you get a burrito.
Perfect.
Right. I'm like, what? Chipotle's can be kind of
well, Chipotle can be expensive.
Right. So
it's not like the quick here, I'm gonna go get a $10 meal. That's for sure.
Yes.
Chipotle, are you listening?
We love you, but
y'all expensive.
I normally just, even when I go to Chick-fil-A, I always get a kid's meal because I try to watch my weight, what I eat, blah, blah, blah. So I go in there and the girl tells me that. I'm like, bet, you know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say, I feel like, too, God has shown me, like, my mom is my person. Like, she's my best friend. I'm going to cry.
Girl, at least you can. That's okay. Let it.
I know.
I got to find some. Next time, I'll have some tissues from the next
Anytime
person.
I do something for her or I honor her,
it gives you peace.
God blesses me.
Exactly. Of course. And so, on that note, since we finally made you
cry,
we got some emotion there. Which I got to give you credit for because I can't. He took my ability to cry. I watched my daughter now and didn't shed a tear. And it's not that I don't want to. People, it's not that I'm cold hearted. It's I can't. We're gonna wrap it up, and I want to thank you, Cherie, for coming on the first episode of Unhinged. And there's just some tissues coming your way, girl, right there. Let's see if you can catch. And so thank y'all for watching. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. I appreciate you coming. And I'm glad you're out of your situation. I'm glad to see you doing well for yourself. And if anybody wants more information about Unhinged, my website is certified unhinged.
Not certified.
It is certifiedunhinged.com. I can be reached through the contact us. I'm always checking those emails. And once again, thank you very much. Bye you guys. Thank you.
Tell them about